everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back. So today for you I have all of my reads of July. It's not too many. I read 6 books. I'm actually surprised I didn't read more with vacation and everything, but it was a busy vacation. So we were at the beach a lot, and yes, I did read at the beach, but then I went swimming in the ocean with my daughter, and we were at the lake, but my family likes to play a lot of games, and we went water skiing and tubing and hiking in Yosemite. So I had like FOMO. I didn't want to miss out on anything. So I didn't read quite as much as I thought I would, but 6 books is 6 books. So overall, I read 2,029 pages. My average rating was 4.33, which is a high rating for an average, I feel. I'm happy with that. 3 5-star books, a 4.5-star, almost a 5-star, 2 3s, and actually 1 3, 1 3.5. So overall, the average, I had a great reading month. I wish I could have read more, taking advantage of not working and being on vacation, but I also, like I said, had a great vacation. We did a lot of fun things. So just to get started, no particular order, they're kind of around me. So The Next Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. I actually read this on my Kindle, but I have this physical copy, so I'll hold this up for you. This was 3.5 stars. It was not a bad book. I did enjoy it. It was a good murder mystery. Amber is back in this book, and it's not spoilery. That's fine. But Amber is she was just such a horrible character that you just love to hate. So I did enjoy that. It kind of was a little bit too much like a Lifetime movie to me, if that makes sense. It was just okay. I think my expectations are really high for this one because I loved The Last Mrs. Parrish. I think that was released like over 10 years ago. I did read it a long time ago. When I read it, I loved it. It became a favorite thriller of mine. I don't know if it would still hold true today if I were to reread it. But it was a little predictable. Jackson's motives in this were a little bit, how do I want to put this? I don't know. I just didn't believe his motives. They were a little bit ridiculous to me. I don't know. It was just a little not believable to me. So without giving spoilers, but overall 3.5. I did enjoy it. I'm not mad I read it. I say definitely pick up The Last Mrs. Parrish, and if you love that book, you would enjoy this one. If that book was just okay for you, you could maybe skip this one. That's my 2 cents. Don't have the actual book, but I have the jacket cover. Not sure where the book is, but Funny Story by Emily Henry. 5 stars. Oh, her books are just like sunshine to me. I love her books. She's a great romance writer. You guys know how I feel about her, but this is another 5 stars. I was rooting for Daphne. I love Daphne's characters. She may be one of my favorite characters that Emily Henry has written. I just really thoroughly enjoyed her. You have forced proximity in this one. You have fake dating. And it was just really cute. I don't want to obviously tell you spoilery what it was about, but you cannot go wrong with this one. Yeah, I love the trope of just trying to make the exes jealous. It was great. 5 stars. Great romance scenes in here too. I did laugh out loud. This was such a good time. 5 stars for me. Next one is Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. This was the book that I went between 4 and 5 stars, and I decided to land on a 4.5 stars so that I could just stop the battle in my head. This one we have siblings. We have sibling dynamics. This is more than just a murder mystery. I did guess who done it kind of thing, but overall I really enjoyed it. It speaks to addiction, grief, loss. I really felt that those themes were handled really well in this story. There's an author's note by Geneva Rose as well at the end that I really enjoyed. She puts pictures in of her old hometown when she went to visit her hometown, her old family home at some point. That's where the idea struck for this story, which that was cool. So definitely check out the reader or the author's note at the end. I don't know, I'm assuming it's in all copies. This is the special edition with the jacket cover that looks like a VHS tape. So I hope the author's note is at the end of all of the books, but I'm not sure. But it was really great. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, with mystery thrillers, obviously I can't say too much, but check it out. It's good. It was really good. All right, next one, 5-star read, Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. This cover is beautiful. The cover's 5 stars. The characters were 5 stars. The story, the plot, 5 stars. Writing, 5 stars. Across the board. I loved every single character in this book, even the small, characters that were, not a main character of the story, but this really handles grief really, really beautifully. Marcellus did not disappoint. I heard great things about this grumpy curmudgeon octopus, and he sure was, and he just made me crack up some of his lines. If anything, I would have wanted more of his voice in this book, but no matter where we were at the story, which point of view we were at, it just was so good. And the mystery, little side mystery of, what happened to her son was great too. I loved it. It was really good. The writing was really impressive as well. I will definitely be picking up more by this author. Again. Okay, the next one I read, Reckless Girls, Rachel Hawkins. This was only a 3-star for me. This one was a little all over the place. I didn't like any of the characters. I didn't really care for the characters. I just wasn't connected to any of them. It started off pretty strong, but it just went downhill from there. I can't really give you a reason why I didn't love it. I just didn't. I felt myself not really caring. I feel like I'll forget about this one, which was kind of disappointing because I typically like her books a lot. So this one was just okay. Tropical, isolated setting, murder, characters, lots of twists and turns, some that you didn't see coming because to me they were a little bit far-fetched, unbelievable, and not in a good way, but that's my opinion, obviously. So if it sounds interesting to you, definitely check it out. I think it's a me thing. I'm the unpopular opinion. I feel like a lot of people like this book. It's just okay. Okay, let's see. The next one I want to talk about is by Abby Jimenez. It's The Friend Zone. I don't have my copy anymore. While I was at the lake on vacation, one of my sisters read it when I wasn't reading it physically. And then she loved it too. So my other sister was like, I want to read it next. So I gifted it to her. I said, please read, enjoy, pass it on to the next person, the next sister, and I'll get another copy for my shelves because I want to have all of Abby Jimenez's book, but it was 5 stars. This one made me really kind of mad and emotional at one point, but in a good way. You can't, again, I laughed out loud. It kind of felt like I'm repeating myself talking about the Emily Henry book, but they both had the same things I was looking for, and I was satisfied with everything I got in both of those, from the steamy scenes to the in-depth romance to the harder topics. If I want to be maybe one little critical thing about the friend zone, the not communicating, being grown, excuse my French, grown-ass adults not communicating to each other does kind of bother me, and that went on for a while, a good chunk of the book, but finally they communicated. So that was not enough to knock a star off or anything, but that was a little bit, I was like, okay, come on, you guys, just talk to each other. But that was a small thing compared to everything beautiful and great about that book. So another win from Abby Jimenez. Let's see. Okay, I did start Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I started listening to this on audio on our car drive back from California, which was supposed to be a plane. I was supposed to be a flight, but I'll get into that again. But then the audio was returned back to the library. So I have started this. My plan is to continue to read it in the month of August. So I don't really have anything to say, but I did not get to this one all the way through, but I did start it. So I didn't count that in obviously my page count or my ratings, but yeah, there you have it. So that's what I read in July. I'm gearing up to figure out August reading plans. I'm having a hard time, I will be honest. I feel like I'm just kind of in a mood reading mode, so we shall see. I'm also still doing the Roll Your Next Read, helping me determine the books. I did not post pictures of that on Instagram like I said I would because I forgot my reading journal when I left for my trip. So I'm going to fill in and update that reading journal. I did still roll virtual dice and kind of guided my reading that way. But yeah, so that's it. Thanks again, taking time out of your day. I hope you guys are reading something right now that you are thoroughly engaged and loving. Thanks again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Happy reading.